Hello, and welcome back to the channel. So recently I managed to solo Hard Dark now, which was the final boss that I needed to solo to complete my ctene soloing, I guess. So I am now able to solo all of ctene, which means I can solo my weekly bosses from Chaos Pink Bean all the way up to Vihilla, which is huge. And this also means the next boss to solo, the next boss on the cutting block here is the Black Mage himself, which is huge for me, which is actually one of my biggest goals right now. It's been my goal ever since I made my Adele, or technically ever since I started playing again a year and a half ago at the start of Blooming Maple. Yeah, so my goal since then was like, hey, I'm just gonna build my character up and try to solo Black Mage. And from there, from back then, soloing Black Mage seemed like years away, but now I'm literally right at his doorstep, and he's the next guy. He's the next guy up on the soloing list. And well, don't get me wrong, like I know for a fact I'm pretty far from soloing the Black Mage. I am literally level gated right now and equipment gated right now, so like there are a lot of things that I still need to do, and that's what I want to discuss here in this video today. But before we get into that, I just want to say a quick thanks to everyone that's subbed to the channel thus far. We passed 100 subs like a few weeks ago, I think. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me on my journey. And if you haven't subbed yet, consider doing so. It's free. Join me on my progression as we get closer to soloing the Black Mage and moving on to the bosses in Grandis. So not only that, I'm going to make guides and stuff that are going to be helpful and useful to people that are struggling with soloing ctene and all that. So yeah, consider subbing, and if you don't like the content, then you can just unsub. So basically, thank you guys for your support and all that. So yeah, today we're going to be going over my gear, my stats, my everything on my account. So basically gear review and like account progression thus far, and then like my future plans and all of that goodness. All right, so I guess let's just get right into it. Let's start off with the gear and my stats. So right now I'm sitting at 45.146, 45k stat, and here are my hyper stats. I have everything in, you know, the regular stuff: crit rate, crit damage, IED damage, boss damage, and then from there I just like filled it up wherever I needed it. And yeah, as I level up and I get more hyper stat points, then I'll change it on a need to change basis, I guess. And for my inner ability, it's sort of a hybrid between bossing and, well, it's not sort of, it is a hybrid between bossing and farming. I think I'm going to keep this for a while, since I am going to be literally grinding levels now. I'm only 264. By 270, I'm pretty sure maybe not even 270, maybe even earlier than that, I can start Black Mage. I haven't done a BA yet, but in this video we're going to be doing a BA test as well. We're going to be doing our BA, we're going to be doing Culvert, and we might do a dojo run to see where we're at. So yeah, so we're gonna be covering a lot of stuff today. And yeah, so here are my stats right now. This is what I had. This is what it took for me to solo all the way up to ctene. And here's the gear. So let's start off with the totem. So right here we have our Ancient Slate replica, our Misty Island totem that I do not miss at all whatsoever. So this is what I settled on. It's like a 90-something flame score, and I only had like 30-something flames left, and I was like, you know what, this is probably the best, so I'm going to settle on this one. And we have our Afterlands totems. I haven't done the U Garden stuff at all, so I don't have any of those totems yet. And here is our reinforced 22-star ring. And what you're going to notice is that a lot of my gear is like 2-line stat and like not finished. So like I'm really missing a lot of stat right now. If I 3-lined all my shit, I think I'd be at like 50k plus, guaranteed for sure. But yeah, so 22-star reinforced ring, 2-line, huge. I'm so glad I got this to 22, which means I don't even have to touch Meisters. I've never touched Meister rings. I've never touched accessory crafting in Ardent Mill. So huge gains. And I also have like quite a lot of Condor treasures if I need to make another one anyway, because I don't have a stat ring. I just have my roar 4, but we'll get to that in a second. All right, so here's our superior Galaxy string, 22 stars, 2 line. Again, I'll work on the potentials later. A lot of you guys are probably gonna cringe at how garbage my pots are. I get it. I'll roast me, whatever. And here is our slime ring, my Dawn Guardian Angel ring. 22 started that. Off event, and like it was so stupid. Like I risked so much 22 starring this. If this boomed, I would be in the shit, dude, for a while, for a long time. It would have been bad. It would have been really bad. But it made it to 22, so all good. And here we have our roar 4. Once again, this was a lucker dog roar 4. I think I had like 400 something K Oz points, 450K Oz points. So I think that's pretty lucky for roar 4. So now I haven't run Oz since then, because why would I? And yeah, maybe in the future when I need a stat ring. But lucky for Adele, I don't think Adele's need to ring swap mid boss fight, so I don't have to get a weapon jump. Well, if I want to optimize for the future, maybe I need a weapon jump. I'm not too sure, but roar is fine. I don't need a stat ring yet, so we'll just leave it at that. We have our cup, no book yet, unlucky. 56 and 7. This actually dropped from Pink Bean himself. Like I didn't even spend any flames on this, so I just left it as is. Pretty lucky dog there as well. Cool beans. And here's our superior pendant, 22 stars, 2 line. Flame is whatever, 32 stat. That's it. Settleable for now. I'm not really picky on flames yet. I will in the future, obviously, but this is a settle. Another lucker dog moment. We have a 22 sauce. I got this sauce on my, I think, 7th clear of Vihilla. It was definitely less than 10. Yeah, definitely I didn't clear Vihilla 10 times yet, and this dropped. Yeah, so I didn't have a superior pendant fodder yet, so I actually got this a month before Shining Star Force, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lock it, so I don't touch it at all, just in case. You know, I'm a little bit of a fucking psychopath when it comes to tapping, so I locked it, so I never touched it. But then I ended up one day tapping a Dom pendant, and then it just went to 22. No, I tapped the Dom pendant to 21, and then I was like, oh shit. So I bought a sub pendant, transferred it, and then tapped my and then tapped the sub pendant. 2 taps, 22 stars, super easy. And I was like, holy shit, my luck is on fire right now. And I wanted to instantly transfer it to my sauce, but it was locked. And then I sent a ticket to Nexon asking them, hey, can you unlock it? And they were like, no, like I logged into the account on a different computer or some shit, I don't know. And they were like, nah, you're gonna have to wait it out. So we waited it out, transferred, insta 1 tap. I have a video of it, and you can go check it out. It was fucking electric. I love that. Just 1 tap, instant success, no stress at all. Fucking brilliant. And then within, like, this was all within like 2 billion meso. Like the Dom pendant star forcing, sub pendant star forcing, and then this star forcing, including the pot and the flame. The flames were with event flames, and then the pot just was within a bill. Like I think I spent 1.1 bill on the pot, so maybe 2B plus the 1B I spent on the pot, so like 3B total getting this sauce to where it is right now. So that's super lucky dog. I'm really happy about this one. I can fix the pot later. It's a fake 3 line, but settle for now. All right, Arcane weapon, 19 stars. Yeah, I remember I got this a very, very long time ago, and I think I used the scroll. I think I used a 17-star scroll on this. No, that can't be right. We didn't have 200, level 200, 17-star scrolls. Maybe not. I think I tapped it, and then I didn't know shit about anything back then, so I just decided to keep tapping, and then it went 17, 18 success, and then 18, 19 success. I was like, ooh, holy shit, it's a 19-star Arcane. And then I was like, okay, I'll just leave it for now. So the pot is fine for if I'm gonna solo Black Mage pre-lib, which I'm actually thinking of doing. I'm gonna have to push this to 22 and fix the pot for a 3-line attack. Unlucky that it was strength 13 instead of attack 13. Unlucky. And And unfortunately, I didn't hit any useful soul lines. So now I'm just sticking with this fucking 24 strength line, whatever. Yeah, so this is fine. Flame is settle, pot is settle for now until I get closer to trying to solo Black Mage, pre-lib, and then I'll start working on this. But right now, this is fine. Moving on, we have our 22-star Superior Belt. This thing caused me so much stress. Holy shit. I think I spent upwards of 40 plus B on this alone. I boomed 30 plus fodder belts, like pink bean and reinforced belts. Holy shit. Like, I have a video on, I have a video of me star forcing this, and then after I hit 22, I cleared my entire inventory of my pink bean belts and reinforced belts. Holy shit, it was so satisfying. It was great. So, as you can see, the pot is garbage, yet again. It's a fucking fake 2-line. Jesus Christ. Like, goddamn. So, yeah. That's the running theme of this gear section of the video here. My pots are garbage, and I need to fix them. All right, moving on. We have our hat, 22-star hat, 48 and 6, the flame, whatever, is all right. I hit 3-line on this, which is huge. It's like one of 2 of my 3 lines right now. And I was actually trying to roll for cooldown reduction pot, but a 3-line ended up rolling, and I was like, you know what? All right, we'll keep it. Cool beans. Berserked. Nice, 22-star Berserked. Amazing. This dropped, I think... No. I got my first Berserked, I think the second time I ran my H Lotus solo. Second or third time a Berserk dropped. And that one actually ended up booming. And then I got another one a couple weeks later. And my friend convinced me to full send this to 22. And I did. So, cool beans. Again, fake 3-line. But whatever. Pot can be fixed later. But this makes me 2-set pitch, and that's just luck or dog for that one, I guess. Which means because I had a 17-star Twilight, which is now drop gear. This was actually 3-line at one point, but I never had to 22-star this, and then lo and behold, the moment I 22-starred my Berserked, Twilight marks just started dropping, and I was like, well, I guess I'll keep them because I'm probably gonna push for like 21-star drop gear in the future for Grandis anyway. So I kept all of these, but yeah, so luck or dog on my pitch. Cool beans. Monocle. This one I 22-starred over Shining Star Force. I've never run CBQ that often, actually. I didn't boom any of my monocles ever. Yeah, so this was my one and only monocle that I ever got, and it just went to 22, so huge. It was also transposed, as you can see, the flame. I mean, it's not like a super good flame or anything, but it was a transposed Dom pendant. And speaking of the other, I'm not Dom pendant, Pat Mark. Speaking of the Pat Mark, that was the one I think I got my first Pat Mark 3 weeks of soloing Chaos Pat, and then I never saw one ever again. So the game was like, here's a Pat Mark, and have fun with it. And then they never gave me one ever again. So so that's another, dude, I'm actually like pretty lucky to have that opportunity. But okay, that's cool beans. Again, 2-line pot, whatever. And then that reminded me of speaking of CBQ, I also have a transposed Sweetwater pendant that I'm debating on pushing to 22. I don't know yet, because I also have this, but then this is like way down the line when I'm like 5-6 set pitch. When I start breaking Gollux, I have to determine whether I want to 22-star my pendant or 22-star my Daybreak, 22-star my Sweetwater pendant or 22-star my Daybreak pendant, because this has the 10% boss and like attack with the slime ring. This one doesn't, but it has flame and more stat. So that's like something I'll have to figure out down the line. Not something that I'm worried about right now, but just something that I'm going to keep in mind. Anyway, so moving on, we have our 22-star shirt. Nothing too special here. Flame is whatever. It's over 100, but yeah, okay. Flame's all right. 22-star 2-line. Okay. Pants, 22-star shitty 2-line. Not even 12% strength. Jesus Christ. Now that I'm reviewing this shit, like, I'm realizing, like, oh my god, like, my potentials are so bad. Jesus. Anyway, all right. Arcane. So we have 19-star Arcanes, except for this one, but we'll get there when we get there. So 19-star boots, we rolled fucking fake 3-line, 2-line prime all stat, unlucky. But the flame is really good. I think I didn't spend too much on the flames for any of my arcanes, and they're all pretty much done except the ring, not the ring, the glove. The glove is only 138, but everything else is over 150, I think. So, which is huge. Yeah, 109 and 5%. Nice, that's a settle flame for now. And 19 stars. Obviously, as I get more meso, as you can see, I'm broke. As I get more meso and more spares, like I'll eventually 22 star this, obviously. All right, moving on. We have our superior earrings, 17 star. Unlucky. Well, you can tell from my inventory, I'm still keeping my reinforced Gullix rings, which means that I'm still working on foddering. And this is getting to the point of being almost as cursed as my belt. I boomed so many reinforced earrings, and then I was like, dude, this thing has 3-line on it though. Like, I don't really want to fodder into it. So I started tapping it straight up, and those all boomed. So now I only have 1 spare left. It's been really stressful. I'm like, God fucking damn it. So unlucky. This thing is at 17 stars right now. I don't think I'm going to tap it anytime soon, to be honest, because I do want to work on my boss mules for the upcoming weeks so I can start building enough meso, building a fund of enough boss mules to make meso so I can start forcing the arcanes, and this will just be one of the things that gets 22 in the future. Yeah, so 3-line. Fuck, dude, this actually cheeses me just looking at it. Anyway, all right, moving on. We have 19-star shoulder. Pod is 27%. But, yeah, so that's a reroll pot, but at least I don't have to flame this, so whatever. Glove, we only have 1-line crit and prime line of stat, which is obviously, dude, I'd want to go for a 2-line crit, but, like, there's other things on my plate, and I don't know where 2-line crit fits into the list of priority for things. So, like, I don't know, maybe when I start when I start cubing things, like this will be on the top of the list instead of 3-lining things. Maybe I should just invest in this. But I know it takes a lot of meso, and I might want to invest in 3-lining things first and then come back to this, because right now I'm doing just fine. But I feel like I'll definitely need 2-line crit and like a line of stat, hopefully, if I want to solo Black Mage pre-lib. So yeah, that's a work in progress as well. Here's our emblem. Emblem is 1 prime line of ID, 40% ID, 2-line attack. I want to reroll this at some point in the future. I want to have 3-line attack, obviously. This was good back in the day. Like, I've had this spot for a very, very long time. This was good back in the day when I didn't have much ID. But now that I have AK Legion and all that, I don't need this 48% ID anymore. And I really just want to reroll that, but haven't found the time to do so just yet. Crystal Fences badge, whatever, and we have 7-day Monster Parker. That's cool. Here's our secondary 35 boss and 2 lines of attack. I'm actually kind of cheesed that it's not the 40% boss, but this is a huge settle that I'll probably keep for a very long time. I'm just gonna keep hitting this one over and over and over again with like free cubes and like leftover cubes and whatever. And if a 40% boss line comes up or like a 3-line attack comes up, then that's when I'll replace it. But for now, this is a huge settle for a very long time. And here's our cape. This fucker is cursed. It's at 17 stars. When I was doing Shining, I boomed 4 of these, trying to get it to 19. So that was really bad. The pot is 3-line stat, unique. And I was like, the only reason why I kept this was for the 777. I thought that was really cool. But I think it's like the bane of my existence now for this cape, because this cape isn't lucky at all. The flame is good. The flame is like 156 or something. But like the pot, I thought, like 3 7s. It'll be a lucky cape. No, it has not been lucky. So now I really just want to reroll this. But right now it's 21% stat. I was thinking if I rolled for like just 2-line, then it would be 23%. So that's like a 2% gain, which is not good at all. But obviously if I go for a 3-line, it will be a lot better. But right now I've been focusing on cubing other equips first before I came back to this one. But yeah, this one I'll eventually fix for sure. And here we have our hearts, only 2-line. yeah, that will change. All right, so that's all the gear, I guess. That's all my gear. Here's my drop gear. I don't have any hybrids. Actually, no, I lied. That I have one hybrid on my Zakum eye accessory. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to keep this for now. This isn't gonna work out in Grandis. I don't think it doesn't have enough strength in Grandis because come 6th job, I'm gonna have to be able to one shot and drop gear for farming Soul Urda. So this is gonna have to be upgraded along with the rest of them, obviously, because I need to increase my stat for sure. I need to start 21 starring these things or even changing them to better gear in order to one shot and Grandis with maximum efficiency, maximum farming efficiency at least. So yeah, here's my drop gear. I have drop on this one. I have full drop. Let me start with that. I have full 200% item drop on my gear here. And I only have one hybrid, which is unlucky. I switch into this when this replaces my roar when I'm farming Grandis, so I have at least, you know, an extra line of Meso. But here's my Kana's treasure. It has 2-line drop. I'm definitely gonna push this to 22 because I have so many spares, and honestly, it keeps dropping from Pino. I have no issue with this at all. I'm not gonna go fucking try to get a Meister, dude. I'm not gonna do that. Like, this is fine. This will go to 22, and I like this bot a lot. 2-line prime of drop rate and a line of stat. That's huge. That's huge. And here's my what is this? The Horntail ring. I probably want to switch this with an event ring, right? Maybe when I get another event ring. I don't know. We'll see what we do with this, but also has a line of drop and a line of stat. So yeah, I think that just about does it for my gear and my drop gear. And I think the moral of the story here is fix my fucking potentials. So that's that. The next thing I want to go into, I guess let's look at my nodes. Let's look at the VMatrix. Let's close these out first. Let's go look at the VMatrix. So this is what my VMatrix looks like right now. We have max boost nodes, at least for the four boost node setup for Adele. We have max boost nodes. I'm still working on this one. I don't want to replace it yet until this one is maxed, so I don't lose any damage when I switch it out. Actually, no, yeah, I'll probably lose damage if I switch it out right now. This is just gonna get transferred into this one, and then this will be this will be put into the matrix. So I'll have my 5 boost nodes, and yeah, this is maxed. These two I'll work on as the time goes on. This is a experience node zone here, so I'll just put this one into either the. I haven't decided yet, so that's why it's just sitting here. Yeah, so these ones will come up whenever. Honestly, I don't think I'm missing too much damage anyway from these two. So we'll figure that one out. We have our will skill. This one I'll just level up as I clear will. That's fine. Impenetrable skin. I actually used to run decent advanced blessing for a long time. And then people in the Adele Discord were like, no, that shit's like garbage. Like, you don't use that until like way later with more node slots. So I was like, okay. So I replaced it with my with impenetrable skin, which was super useful for Dark Now. I'll tell you that much. Super useful for Dark Now. And yeah, I never actually used this in Lotus either, so whatever. And then we have our decent skills. And we have Max Holy Symbol here. We have our Blink that I put in. I'll slot that in for, I think, the Will skill when I'm doing Lucid for Dragon and for loot rooms, but I solo all the bosses now, so don't need to blink for anything, until Black Mage, obviously. We have Urda Nova. This was for Will. This was for P1 Will, so I could bind both sides. We have Urda, or Will of Urda, for obvious reasons, just to have a second Will. Where's my other one? Right here on my end key. And we have Urda Shower for mobbing. So I need to level this up, because this is doing jack shit right now in Grandis. 2 shots, which is enough, but as I move on to like higher levels of Grandis, like this is gonna be holding me back a little bit, so that has to be leveled up. So yeah, that just about does it for VMatrix. Let's see here, what's next on the chopping block. All right, let's get into VMatrix and familiars. So for my familiars, this is what I use for bossing. I have a 20% boss, a 5% attack, and a 20% ID. I also have a 15% ID, but I think, where is that bitch? Here. but I do think that the 5% attack gives me more damage right now, especially since I have 96.87% ID. So this probably gives me more damage in bosses. I also have 2 healing familiars. Well, technically 3, but when I do Vihila, I only slot in this one and this one. That's good enough, honestly. And this one's just there if I wanted to run all 3 familiars, maybe like P2 Will or something. And here's my farming. This is what I farm with, the 5% attack I farm with, and I have a large drop rate. And this one is my slot for leveling up a familiar while I'm grinding. So yeah, cool beans. Yeah, I'm actually glad I hit the large drop rate. So those are my fams. Let's look at Legion. 8.227, 8.2k Legion. Beauty. What do I want to do here? I'm not actively pushing Legion right now. I feel like I will just get Legion levels simply by pushing my boss mules to 225 and above. So I'm just letting that settle for now. I do want to get these guys to level 200 so I can fill up the ID. So that's like an extra 90 levels, right? Something like that, a little bit less. But I'm gonna try to level these up so I can just fill up ID, and that will be a settle for now, and just let the Legion levels come in when I do my boss mules. So that is for bossing. This would be for farming. Normally this blocks from here would be in crit damage and blocks from here would be normal damage. I only have it in buff duration right now because when people ask me for Wild Hunter buff, I just moved everything in the buff duration so they could get a longer Wild Hunter buff. So that's why that's like that. But normally it'll fill this one and fill like half of this. So that's what I use for training. And that's it. That's the 2 Legion things that I have right here. And yeah, so this is how my Arcane and Sacred is doing. We have max Arcanes, which is huge. Max Arcane symbols, not Arcanes, I wish. Holy shit. We maxed our Arcane symbols, so I never have to do those again on this character at least. And we have a level 5 Cernium. Level 5 Cernium symbol, which is good. So now I have 50 sack to farm in Cernium. I really do need to get to Hotel so I can start working on my sack. So I'm reduce the amount of time that it will take me to get into Saren parties, basically. So I do have to work on leveling up and all that stuff. But we'll talk about that in a second. But right now, this is how that is looking like. All right, with all that covered, I think I want to run a BA test, a 3-minute BA full rotation test, and to just see where I'm at right now. All right, so we just finished our BA. We're at 112 B per second right now, at 264. So I don't know what the math is, but I feel like we're at a 55% damage reduction right now for Black Mage. So if I leveled up to 265, I would be hitting 60 B per second around there. Oh wait, no, less than that, still less than that. I need to hit like 260, yeah. So like around 268, I'll be 60 B per second, which is like the bare minimum for joining Black Mage parties. But if I was 275, I would be 100% just immediately Black Mage ready. And honestly, like this is good. This is a good checkpoint right here because as you can see, I mean, as you remember, probably our fucking potentials are all off, and I still don't have 22-star Arcanes yet, but yet we are hitting 112 beat per second, and I think that is pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's that. I think now with that out of the way, we're gonna do a Culvert. Someone made a comment in my Dark Knight video that they wanted to see a Culvert. So I'll do a Culvert video right here, or a Culvert run real quick. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I get that one done. All right, so that's my Culvert score now. Hold on. Yeah, so 6.7K. I actually fucked up the Culvert a little bit, to be honest. Oh shit. Yeah, I definitely fucked up the Culvert a little bit. I wasn't using Gather Bloom off cooldown very often because I was looking at the fucking guide in the Adele Discord. I was looking at the guide and I was like looking over at my phone. I was like, shit, I gotta like Gather Bloom. So it could be higher than that. I'm estimating like closer to 6.9K probably if I were to be 100% optimal. And I started my my bursts like a couple seconds late as well. So yeah, closer to 6.9, maybe even 7K if I performed that properly. But yeah, so that's our Culvert now. And I think that basically covers a lot of what I wanted to go over today in terms of covering my stats. I covered FAMs, I covered equips. I guess we can discuss goals now. All right, so as I said before, my end goal right now is to solo Black Mage. And to do that, we have to, first of all, fix all of our pots. Everything has to be 3-line. And I think everything has to be 22 stars, which includes the weapon. Like, I have... How many spares do I have? I have... Holy shit. I have 6 spares right now. So, technically should be fine, right? I should be able to 22 star this with no issue. I might jinx myself, knock on wood. But, yeah. And, yeah, this has to be fixed 22. Yeah, so that's the end goal. Solo Black Mage. To do that, 3-line everything, 22 everything. Fix this pot, especially these two, so I can get more attack, which would be massive gains right there. And, yeah, so that's that. And then for my account is concerned, I only have 3 working boss mules right now that clear up to like normal Lomian. It's my Kali, my Dawn Warrior, and my Thunderbreaker. Yeah, so these are the only 3 boss mules that I have. I want to have enough boss mules that can clear Enlomian to the point where I can sell off all 180 boss crystals without doing daily bosses. So I think I need like 8 or 9. So I have a lot of work to do when it comes to that. And oh yeah, that reminds me of my link skills, by the way. My link skills are all maxed. So yeah, so these are the 3 that I have right now. Here's what I plan to make into a boss mule. The first one would be none of these. Okay, the first boss mule I was thinking of making would be my Wind Archer. Yes, my Wind Archer. I've been working on that. It has Abso. Wind Archer will be one of them. Buck will be one of them. Hero will be one of them. Marksman will be one of them. And that does it for these pages here. And Kane might be one of them. I do like playing Kane, so Kane might be one of them. Bowmaster will be another one. And I feel like I'm missing 1 or 2. I think I want to also make a Demon Slayer boss mule wherever he is right now. I want to make a Demon Slayer boss mule. And what else am I thinking of here? I think that, oh man, what did that add up to? That was like 8 or 9, right? 7 to 9 boss mules. So that's my plan. So 3 plus the, yeah, so I think that was 9, 8, 9. I don't even remember. Yeah, the 3 that I have plus the classes that I just said, those are going to be my boss mules. But I have to start working on them now before the carry nerf so I can start getting Abso as fast as possible on them. CRA, I can just probably solo the Chaos Root Abyss bosses and I'll be fine. I'll just work on that myself. But yeah, so those will be my boss mules so I can pull in more Meso a week. Right now, how much Meso am I pulling in? Soloing all the way up to Dark Knell, I believe, is over 4B, closer to 5B. I think it's almost 5B. So let's round it to 5B for simplicity. So 5B on my Adele. That's 5B. And then we have... what is this bitch here? This is, oh, okay, all these are 1.4, so 1.4 times 3 is 4.2, so if I run all my bosses in 1 week, I should be getting 8.2 billion Meso a week, which is good, which is actually really good. Oh man, what else? So if I ended up getting, let's say, 8 boss mules, we have 1.4 times 8, so that would be 11.2. So then I'll be pulling in around 16, 16 bill a week. Massive. So if I can pull in 16 bill a week, I will be very happy. And then from then on, I think I'll just start upgrading the boss mules. As I upgrade my Adele, I upgrade my boss mules, start working them into end slime, start working them into normal easy lucid, normal lucid, and then slowly into hard Lomian boss mules. And then this is way down in the line, by the way. I'm not saying like, yeah, I'm going to get this done like the next 5 months. No. This is like way down the line. And then hard Lomian boss mules. So I can start farming the black cards. But that's far. That's really far. But yeah, I think that about covers it. I wanted to do a dojo run, but I'm fucking lazy and I don't feel like doing a dojo run. Right now, the last time I ran it was when? When was the last time I ran this shit? It was 2306. So a while ago. Actually, that's not too long ago. That's like last month. 1.5 months ago, really. 456. I think I'll be around 458 if I wanted to throw an estimate in there. 458, I think. Yeah, I think that's probably where I stand. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Actually, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you were weaker than me and you're trying to see how much stat you need to solo up to ctene, you can hopefully use this video as a benchmark, because my ctene clears are still a little bit min clear. I think it takes, if I were to do all of them and without fail, as in I don't fail out of the boss, it will take me an hour. My Gloom run is around, I want to say, a little over 15 minutes. My V-Hilo run is like 18 minutes. And, well, my Darknell run, even though my fastest run is 18 minutes, which was the last video that I posted, I feel like I'll still average around 20 minutes. So it will be about an hour to solo all of ctene with this gear. And I know most people aren't fucking psychopaths like me that actually put myself through that shit to solo all the bosses, and you'll probably want a duo. So if this solos, less than this can duo. So yeah, put it that way, I guess. And then I guess also if it works the other way, if you're stronger than me and you don't know whether you can solo ctene, well, there you go. If you're stronger than me and I can solo it, you can solo it too. And I guess it's just hands. It's a hands diff at that point. And hopefully I can help with that, because I'm going to be making boss guides from the Pitch Boss series that I'm working on right now. From Hard Damien all the way up to Darknell, I can make my Darknell guide now. I feel like I'm definitely qualified. I have spent so many hours in practice mode, so many hours trying to clear the boss, and we have finally done it. So I do feel like I'm qualified to give out very, very useful tips for that boss and all the other bosses below that for sure. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Leave a like, comment down below. Any thoughts, any helpful advice you give me. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And see you in the next video. Peace.